So, what do you guys want to talk about?
You can call this the New World Order of Wrestling, brother. Put out the caution tape. Put out the orange cones. Acknowledge me.
Welcome to A+ Wrestling's WrestleMania coverage, WrestleMania weekend here on YouTube at Hutch Henry's and on KPHR. What a night. What a show. We are live earlier than we thought we would be, but here we go. We're going to have some fun. We're your hosts. I'm Boris, and as always, I am joined by Hutch. Oh, you're muted. I think your mic is effed. Of course. You know what? You can do your thing. Technical difficulties right off the top. At least the internet's working. But all the way from Australia, we also have Scott.
How are you guys?
Pretty good. Pretty good. You know what's funny? It's early in the morning. Is it noon yet? No, it's noon. It's 12:01 for you now, right?
It's just on 12 o'clock.
It is time to have a drink. Cheers to you. Hutch, are you all right? Are you no. He's going to freak out. But yes, we are here talking all things WrestleMania. What a weird show. What a weird. I think I can hear you now.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey.
So like programs that don't have microphones connected to them somehow make microphones not work. Don't tell me how. It's not like it's invading it and taking it over. It's just like, nah, you can't use it while that's happening. But that's okay. That's par for the course. It's like part of WrestleMania. We should have just inserted an ad for everyone while I was getting ready.
I was literally gonna say, let's just throw in random commercials in this show because holy ish. I keep remembering we're on the radio.
I'm feeling pressure from the shirt. Now that I got the chat here, this was the worst thing that ever happened to me. How long have they been asking for my shirt to be off?
Ignore the chat. Just ignore the chat. Focus on us. Focus on the wrestling. I will take an eye on the chat. It's all good. It's all good. Honestly,
I just thought last time
everyone.
was a one-off. You know, if this is the thing, then I'll just have to like mentally prepare and probably go to the gym a little more often. Like it's the swimming that I've stopped doing because it been so cold lately, and it affects you more than you think. I'm just like, God damn it.
There we go.
All right. Maybe
I like this comment.
No, we don't have hard.
You got Mike's Hard in Australia,
no,
Scott?
We have another company which is made in Australia. It's actually called Hard Rated. So, and basically, it's just taken everything from like.
Hold on, it's called what? Can we say this on the radio?
Yes.
Hold on. What is it called?
Hard Rated.
Hard Rated.
Oh, I heard something totally different.
Trying to think what you.
I heard Hard Rager.
Hard Rager. All right. Well, that's what's gonna happen when I take my shirt off. Scott, what's up, dude? Are you ready for WrestleMania Night 2?
I will be at WrestleMania morning day 2.
Oh, I guess so for you, yeah.
Also, Scott, you know that you've been a friend of the show since day 0. I appreciate everything you've done, the times you've come on. Happy anniversary, my friend. He's not going to be on tomorrow's night show for many reasons, but one reason, and the most important reason, it is his wedding anniversary tomorrow.
Wow. So you're lucky that it's daytime, because it's not going to be happening if you at nighttime. It's going to be wedding anniversary time at night. Are you watching it all?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be able to watch about the first half hour live, and then that'll be it.
Right on. So you have ESPN then, I guess. I hear that they got the first hour.
No,
for
we
everybody.
get Netflix.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Same as Canada.
So wait, how does it like screw with you when they're constantly being like WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2, and just like you're like everybody on that side of the planet's like no. It's like
so basically tomorrow I'll just be avoiding social media like the plague because otherwise everything is going to be ruined for me.
Absolutely. And it's only 6 matches tomorrow, which makes me think how long that Roman Punk match is going to be, or some of the other matches, because tonight felt so quick. Number one, Hutch, you didn't even know it started at 6. To be honest, I had to remind myself it started at 6. But man, what an interesting show. What an interesting show. Gents, we're going to be talking about the entire weekend as it leads to this. Also, some of my buddies were involved in last night's GCW Sandman retirement match, and I'm like, I have to admit, I popped a little hard seeing some of my friends in that match getting popped or getting hit over the head by Sandman's cane.
Damn, I didn't watch that last night. I was editing some videos last night trying to get ahead of the curve, but I should have, and I will. We will get our fix.
I think you'll recognize some of the people. You might recognize some of the people in that match.
That'll be fun.
Yes, but yes. What a weekend it's been. You know what? Say what you want about WWE, because tonight did not feel like WWE. Tonight felt like TKO. But here we are. I feel happy. We're talking about wrestling. What a night it's been. What a weird ending of the night, which we're going to be talking about much later. But yes, Scott, we haven't talked about you. Or I haven't asked you, because I haven't talked to you. Were you even hyped for this WrestleMania?
Not as much as I have been in previous years. It was just, everything just felt so forced because most of it was such a short build.
Yeah. But here's the thing. A lot of people, and I don't know, maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I'm getting soft. Maybe I'm getting something. But I do feel that this year's WrestleMania was a better built. Stop, Hutch, stop. I feel like this year's WrestleMania was a better build than last year's show. As Hutch takes a swig. And you're muted again. Yeah, he's going crazy. Love this. KPHR, YouTube, at Hutch Henry's. Scott, don't you like I feel like this year's show was a better built show overall, but I didn't get that. As the French say, I don't know what to the show.
Yeah, I just felt that a lot of the two matches that had the best build-up going into it were the ones that had the longest to breathe. We knew that the night after the Rumble, it was Punk and Roman. So that's just, we know that was always going to be a long build, and it's delivered in my opinion. The next one was the Cody and Orton, because that's been known since February.
It's been a pretty long build overall. Like, I know you said there for a minute that everything seemed rushed, and it did in weird ways. Maybe it's because there's so many commercials and everything. We don't actually get that much matches and that much stuff, but it was longer than usual. They kind of pushed it a few weeks, so that's kind of why.
You're broken again. He's gonna freak out. I love this. He's done. He's tranquilo. We're live here on KPHR and on YouTube at Hutch Henry's. This is what happens. I love it. You know what? Internet's working for everyone, but today Hutch's mic isn't working. Let's see here. Brandon Finley says Cody tried way too hard to hide the blade. He had the pants hiked up. Well, that's a Cody thing. That's a Cody thing to say the least. But yeah, no, it's been a weird show. But you know what? It's still WrestleMania, right? And I think that regardless of who owns WWE, whatever WWE is, wherever they are, WrestleMania is WrestleMania. It's a Super Bowl of wrestling. There's a reason why all the indies go to the same city as WrestleMania, right? Like, you have to recognize that.
Yeah, it's all about crowd participation. That's where the biggest crowd's going to be.
Yep. Exactly. We have some of friends of the show there and everything. Oh, Hutch even left right now. He'll be back. But yeah, it's attendance was pretty low. It's funny because I have the numbers. You know what? Let's get to the numbers right now while Hutch is in here. So overall, where was this that I saw? Oh yeah, WrestleTix, everyone's favorite at WrestleTix on the Twitter machine says that 51,708 with 50,386 tickets were distributed. So that means we had 50,386 this year. The total available seats are listed at 68,703. Here's the thing. 1 year ago, 60,000 151 tickets were distributed. So we had about 10,000 less people in the stadium than last year. Having said that, 50K is still impressive.
A lot. I think some of that may have also had to do with just the current economic climate, to tell you the truth.
I agree. Right? It's let's be honest here. The world isn't the best. Gas here in Canada, in Toronto, it's at 180, 176, right?
Is that a liter or gallon?
It's a liter. That's a liter.
Ours has come down. Ours did hit $2.60 a liter.
How much?
$2.60 a liter.
Whew. I will never complain about gas prices again. And think of it this way. What is it? Almost 4 liters to a gallon?
3.78 liters per gallon.
Yeah.
For US gallon. 4.6 for an imperial gallon.
Yep. That's ridiculous. So yes, the economic climate, the world outlook. I love our chat. Thank you guys so much. You know, that's something to say about the lack of attendance. But also remember, the WrestleMania tickets were priced so impossible until the past few weeks.
Yeah, that's a TKO method. Just keep, as long as people buy the tickets, we don't care what the price is.
Well, look at UFC right now. Did you see like last weekend's show in Miami? The crowd was abysmal, quiet. They didn't give a shit. They're gonna give an ish. Sorry, KPHR. Yeah, you know, like this, and what scares me is that is the future for WWE if we keep going in this direction.
I think they're trying to work out where the maximum is. And it just shows that they're reaching that maximum. And as long as they get 50,000 into Allegiant Stadium, they're going to keep doing that. They're going to set those ticket prices because they know that's what the demand is going to be. They just scale the seating accordingly. Like the tickets that the ones that were the ones that were still available were up in the nosebleeds. All the floor seats were gone.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. But regardless, right? I'm so shocked at the attendance numbers in regards that they were even as high as they were. I was kind of expecting 40, 45. 50 is not that bad. 50 is not that bad at all things considered. They're not breaking any records this year. And what is the most interesting is we don't know. Look, Nick Khan can say whatever he wants. We don't know if WrestleMania is actually going to be in the Middle East next year. Let's be honest here, right? We don't know where WrestleMania is going to be next year. It's on paper in Saudi Arabia, but I don't know. I don't know if it's actually going to happen.
Let's not forget, this time last year, they were advertising that WrestleMania 42 was going to be in New Orleans.
Exactly. That's exactly. It's crazy. All right, so let's take a step back before we start talking about WrestleMania. SmackDown, Royce Keys, Hobbs wins the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
With that vignette that they showed about him beforehand, if he didn't win, there would have been a riot.
Yep, exactly. Royce Hobbs winning, or Royce Keys, Royce Hobbs. That would have been a better name. Winning.
Is that Willie Keys and Royce Hobbs?
Pretty much. But yes, SmackDown. We're talking about SmackDown real quick. We also had, what else did we have? The MFTs blowing up. I'm not sure if that's a good move, but here we are.
It's a good move. Of course, it's a good move. We got to get Tama Tonga doing his own thing. We got to have him. I guess they got to infight, if anything.
Well,
right?
They also need to make room for Evil on the roster, right? Evil and Hiromu.
Yes, we got to make room for Evil and Hiromu, dude. What's going to happen with Evil? You want to roll the dice and speculate because he's signed, right? So what's going to happen?
Is he signed?
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. Now I got to double check because you've questioned it, but I'm pretty sure. That's where we're at with that.
You know what I mean? Is he actually signed? The same way that Brandon Finley was signed.
I don't know. This Brandon Finley stuff is confusing me. The shirt, he's signed to Raw, he's signed to like WrestleMania. Can't do this to me when I have this large of a drink. Okay, I don't know what's going on.
And
Okay,
just gotten back here.
This one here that's moving, that is a lazy boy. Yes.
Yeah, I love it. There we go. I am signed a baby. All right, so SmackDown. Any thoughts on SmackDown, Hutch?
I told you so. Royce Keys. I mean, it was pretty obvious. And then, like, being basically like the last entrance, except for Joe Hendry, which was like your nice surprise of the last entrance. It's like they're basically saying, like, this is the guy winning this match. And I mean, let's turn up the negative today, just for fun. That shit sucked. Wasn't very good at all. Come on. It was like, I don't know. I'll be Tonga. Breakout for Tonga. Looking good. Looking thick. Gained some weight. I don't know if it's like the right kind of weight. Eating lots of bread, maybe. But I guess it was kind of fun, but it was predictable. I wanted Royce Keys to win. Maybe I was being too harsh. It was kind of nice for everybody. Otis did great. Even it's the best that Aleister Black's looked in a while. So I guess it gave everybody a thing, and you saw some AAA guys, but I don't know. Everything's so whitewashed, man. TKO. It's not even WWE anymore. It's going to take a while to get used to it. It's going to be harder to say that than getting the F out.
Exactly. It's TKO. Here we are. But anything else about SmackDown you want to talk about, Scott?
Yeah, that confrontation with Rhea and Jade, I almost fell asleep.
Yeah. Well, okay, here's the issue I've been having with all of the titles. When I say titles, I mean Punk, Cody, Rhea, and even Liv and Vakir. At least Liv and Vakir, they got confrontational. They kicked each other's asses. But all the other titles, I don't like you, and I'm going to bring up some personal stuff so that the internet can go, That's literally all it's been. And I'm kind of tired of these builds.
I mean, like, Rhea can really she can handle herself on the microphone, but that wasn't her best effort. But the fact that Jade was so poor that she had to have B-Fab doing her promo work, oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just stick by what we've said about Jade Cargill in the past. Like, it's amazing how unimpressive she is. Like, the other day I said it off the cuff without really realizing it. I'm like, as long as she's not wrestling or talking, it's fine.
Or anything.
Yeah, and then you were
no,
like,
you said it. It's like, as long as she's just there.
The thing is, I can see why the higher ups like her. It's for exactly what I just said. It's not sexual in any fashion. She's just freaking impressive to look at. Like, she's freaking cool to look at. Like, when she it's awesome. But it's just too bad there's nothing else there. Like, we've gotten a lot of mileage out of cool to look at, and it's done. I think everybody's done. And I don't know what's going on with Rhea. At first, it's like the weird rumors, man. At first it was her back, which there was an injury too, but now we're hearing about like maybe eating disorders or depression, and you got to think Buddy Murphy's her man, and Buddy Murphy's probably, how's he feeling these days? We're not hearing nothing from him. He's probably seriously depressed. Greatest match of his life. And that match probably exacerbated the injury he got right at the very beginning so bad because he put on such a performance you couldn't even tell. And he's done.
If you see him on Instagram, he's doing everything. He's working out all the time.
Does that mean you can like Brian Pillman looked good? I'm sure he was working out, but like he was done,
Right? Exactly. All right. That was SmackDown. Let's jump over to the Hall of Fame. Anything, guys? Any comments about the Hall of Fame, Scott? I love you messaged me at 1, 2 in the morning, whatever time it was. Rodman is effed.
Yeah. He needed subtitles.
I missed everything yesterday. I mean, I watched a little bit of SmackDown.
You didn't miss much.
Busy. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, there was no interest. I mean, I know I'll go check out AJ. I got to see Sid's kid online being mad, and didn't they look great? Like all I got to see was
even Bad News Allen's family wasn't too happy, but they didn't share the same displeasure. I know that family actually, but they didn't share the same displeasure that Sid Udi's family did.
Yeah, well, it's just it's different upbringing. If you were Alan Cody,
but as someone said,
also softball season.
Exactly. But as someone said, and I will say this, they didn't turn down the money appearance. So how mad can you actually be?
Well, I mean, is it even that? Like, let's just, even if you had money, wouldn't you want your dad to be in? But they were like the Walmart kids of the night. Like all I got to see of them was them coming out on stage for that one bit, and they were my favorite part. Like they were great.
The favorite bit was the kid in the cowboy outfit.
Yeah, it's just awesome. I was just like, yes, these are Sid's kids for sure. But hey, but with SmackDown, what can you say? I think we got everything we wanted out of it. We got ourselves a little bit of, like, if you count SmackDown in WrestleMania, then you got your tag title match, or whatever's going on. So
you got a returning Jordan Grace losing effort to Tiffany Stratton.
The Quantum Universe is so weird. I was going to mention last show, like, hey, what happened to Jordan Grace? Like, she's gone. And I just, I didn't actually say it at any point, but I remember being like, hey, what's going on with her? And then suddenly there she is.
There we go. WrestleMania night.
I will say about the Hall of Fame, whoever's face Linda had, can she give it back, please? Because that wasn't
Did
hers.
you see that, Hutch? Did you see how Linda looks?
Linda McMahon?
Yeah.
McMahon.
No, I didn't. Was she on the show, or was that Hall of Fame?
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
No, man. I spent literally most of the day yesterday editing after getting back from some stuff, and I didn't really check anything out. I just put on SmackDown and Netflix kind of makes it really easy, and I just kind of put it on quickly, and I can fast forward through ads and whatnot. So that's what happened at the beginning.
From when Linda and Stephanie's kids came out to when Stephanie finished talking, it was over an hour.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not surprised. It's all about them, and okay, go straight to the freaking main event. I remember thinking about what they were going to do. And of course, I figured Randy's going to win. That's kind of what we were all thinking. And before it even started at one point, I think it was Wade or Mike, they said, well, if he does this, he'll pass Triple H for the amount of titles. And I immediately like, oh shit, he's not winning. Like, immediately I thought, he's not winning. Okay. I was like, he's not winning. Oh my God. And in the end run, facetiously in my mind. And I was like, nah, come on. He's chilled out. He can't be that. Triple H can't be that petty, can he? But these people are all about themselves. Either that or they're all out of here soon. And they're just soaking it up. And TKO's like, hey,
convinced.
Have your flowers. We're getting ready soon.
So here's the thing, Hutch and Scott, like in all seriousness, we've been talking about WrestleMania, the low ticket sales. Say what you want about TKO. They know what's going on online. They know what's going on. They know what's happening. They know what people are talking about. I seriously think that Triple H has 1 foot out the door at this point. Whether it's his own thing or a TKO thing, I think he has at least 1 foot out the door at this point.
If Regal goes, he will go.
Yeah.
Hey, you think so? Wow. Well, that would be really crazy if it was like a big clearing out, but you wonder if is it like Hollywood? Are they just completely not in touch with anything? So when they hear rumors, they're like, wow, they just capitalize on it.
But here's the thing, Hutch, you say are they that out of touch? But what would WWE be like if Vince? Yes, I said that name. Ooh, Vince, we're still running the show.
They said it a lot too.
I know. Well, the crowd did for sure. The crowd was for sure. But like, how out of touch? Like, I think people forget how horrible WWE was in 2019.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know. Vince had a long track record of being good. Anybody who wants Vince back now is like, come on, that's a little crazy. But being able to pay homage to what he did and try and ignore the bad stuff, it's okay. I can pay homage. I don't hate Chris Benoit. I don't hate the things that were good just because people did bad things. I'm just a forgiving kind of guy. I don't know what to say. I don't. It's weird when I notice things online or people do mention names or mention things, and someone in my vicinity will have a little more vitriol than I think is necessary, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we all know that, but like, we have to sit here and be like, no, we can't talk about that. Or we got to hash it all up again. Like, what about the good times? There's enough bad stuff, man. Like, God, it was like smoggy outside when I look out my window. I don't need to be negative about everything. We're here talking about wrestling, and Vince made a lot of wrestling. And there's a lot. If we're so negative about it, we can't go back and watch anything. I mean, come on,
dude.
Right.
The negativity online is insane. I saw the like so many other podcasters, no one that I know personally, just other podcasters in general, itching and complaining about the stage, and I'm like this is this where we're at? Is this how petty? Is this how angry you are?
Oh, you mean
about
the WrestleMania stage?
Yeah, the WrestleMania stage. And
Yeah,
like number one,
IWC are
they
the
started
biggest
setting up on
complainants.
Monday. This is 5 days of work. I'm impressed by that. But like, is a stage of a wrestling show changing your life that much?
No, I can see why it might take so long. There's a lot of rigging there. There's a lot of like power. There's a lot of cables. There's a lot of risers. A lot of stuff. But I remember seeing a small clip of the reveal today online, and when they turned to it, it was just like basically the regular stuff, just like with some columns, and like it went up, and I was just like, oh, okay. This is really not impressive for like that drum roll that like they were.
Yeah.
And 150-yard ramp.
Yeah. What do we got here?
Dude, Oba's walk in the morning or Oba's walk tomorrow is going to be epic.
10 minutes. He'll be blown up by the time he gets to the ring.
I just didn't feel like they told any stories tonight. We had a pregnancy announcement, a music widely debut. That's not Mania.
Yeah, like everything was kind of odd. The like the Bianca thing, I like how they'll mention that something is different. They said there's complications with Bianca, and I'm sure what the complications were she's almost healed and she's like, now I'm pregnant. Because that was about like 4 or 5 months ago that they were saying stuff like that.
Yes, exactly.
You know, and I was just thinking there was somebody else too where it seemed like they were gone for too long, and then they mentioned something and you're like, oh, it's a different thing now that's happened, like conjunctions. But I don't know, it's great that she's pregnant. I love that she came out and showed us all. But yeah, everything just seemed very odd this year. I'm trying to like recall even what happened. The matches were all so short. It was like very odd.
It really was like, dude, literally. So I was watching the show at a friend's place. From the time I left, the main event, the live match ended. So between the live match ending and the show ending, that's the time that it took me to get home. And I'm like, wait a minute, the show's done? Because when I hit Netflix to watch, like I was watching on my phone, I stopped for a couple minutes and I hit Netflix. I'm like, the show's done. The show is done. What the hell's going on? Anyways, gentlemen, let us talk about WrestleMania Night 1. We are live here on YouTube at Hutch Henry's and on KPHR. And as always, leave a comment. We have some feedback to talk about later on in the show from the Facebook group, facebook.com, A Plus Productions. We want to hear from you, as always. But let us start talking about the night. The match started off. We're going to jump straight to the matches. LA Knight, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso versus IShowSpeed and Logan Paul with Austin Theory in a 6-man tag. Scott, I'm going to throw it to you. Thoughts on the match?
The intros were great.
Okay. Stopping you right there. What bothered me, and now I feel like those people I'm complaining about, and this isn't a huge gripe, but it's a thing about presentation. I just wish that there were no windows. You can't tell that it's bright outside because it takes away some of the aura when it's in the middle of the day and you see these intros. But yes, I agree. Intros were great, but there was something taken away.
Final match.
Yes, exactly.
How's the demon entrance going to work tomorrow?
What did I say on the previous show? I don't know. I don't even know if I was on when I said this during the previous show. But what's the demon intro going to be like in the middle of the day?
No, you were on, and it was all you did mention that, and it did get through. Another time we were having technical difficulties. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of used to it. Nothing could ever be as bad as Sting from WrestleMania 31. So that, or whatever, I think it was 31. Can't remember. It was Sting, and it was not good. And it's like, so from then on, anything outside is better. And they've actually done better since then. I think I don't know. I've noticed that they never have like the super bright sun really on their faces a lot now. but I don't care. I've gotten used to the fact that now Mania is kind of like that, right? And like matches are never super high quality. They're just all show. And now it's over the top with it being TKO. It's kind of crazy. Like this opening match was 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Like not long at all. I do love IShow Speed. He came out looking great, but it wasn't even like as much interaction and shenanigans as I would have wanted. Like Logan Paul just having a hissy fit and then him getting rescued was okay, but I've expected a little more creativity from what was going to be like the entertainment match of the night. You know, your King Kong Bundy and Hillbilly Jim and the Midgets, match.
Yeah, exactly.
I was surprised there was no Heyman. He is
Yeah. I forgot about him.
He was not
people,
there.
though. And I'm assuming it was Theory that took the pin, right?
No, it was.
Yes.
It was.
Yeah. It was Speed caused the kerfuffle, and Theory.
Yeah, and then Theory took the pin, and then.
So here's the thing. So IShow Speed's a face now. Is he like what's going like what was the point of that?
Logan Paul should have took the pin.
Yes.
Yeah, because he could that's an even more reason for him to be upset.
He took something, all right.
Yeah.
PG. Gotta leave it PG. But 7 minutes, 10 seconds, LA Knight, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso get the win over Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and IShow Speed. Now, is IShow Speed gonna come back? Like, what's like the way that this happened? Like, it made it feel like the story's not over.
Is the Danhausen curse still continuing?
Yeah, like
right?
they didn't really touch on that. I don't know, if, like who really knows if Speed's coming back or not. I would assume that they don't have to, like the way that they ended the story, they don't have to, because he's like the good guys gave him a cheers and a whatnot.
I'm sorry. And one of the comments is that one of those rocket popsicle drinks? No, it is those black fly drinks. Horrible stuff. It's literally the only thing I have right now. So that's why I'm drinking this. Yes. But yeah, no, I it just felt weird. It felt weird and out of place. It didn't feel like it was going with the Blue Label, attaboy. It didn't feel like it was the stories that were happening leading into WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, let's be straight up. Like, this was 7 minutes. The next match, I think, was like 8 minutes. Like, there was
14.
more.
No, it's 14. 14 minutes.
What? Which match?
Drew McIntyre and Jacob
Drew.
Fatu.
Oh, that was the second match? Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was 14 minutes. So AJ Lee and Becky was around 8 minutes or so, right? Was that you? You're like, I got the match order
this guy
wrong.
Keeps doubting me. This guy
Tranquilo,
keeps
Boris.
doubting me.
Tranquilo.
Thank you, Scott.
No, it's okay. Sorry.
Oh,
Anyways, that was an 8 minute match. So the match afterwards. So I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? That's a great point. The speed showing kid was a reluctant heel. He didn't want to be part of the vision, so it made sense.
Yeah, it did.
There we go. Any final thoughts on this match?
And no, moving on. Just on that comment, I said that in the preview show that Drew is like the modern Bret Hart. That everyone seems to have a great match with Drew.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
And yes, Brandon, I would.
Take on Jelly Roll. Scott Wood. Second match of the night, Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu in a unsanctioned match. This match also on ESPN2. And you know what? I didn't hate this match. Here's the thing about WWE. You're not going to get blood. You're not going to get pizza cutters. You're not going to get, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But the match was fun. It was fun. Love the callback to the CM Punk Hell in a Cell match. I love the toolbox. I think this match was done well. Jacob Fatu gets the win. And I guess Drew McIntyre is going to continue filming Highlander for 5 seconds of screen time.
Well, most likely will be very short amount of screen time. Yes. I get this, like I was saying before, an unsanctioned match in second place on the card. It's just kind of weird. Like, there was way more unsanctioned action in the main event than there was in this match. This match was tame as hell. Yeah, but it suffered from being on ESPN most likely.
Yeah, they had
That's
to hold up.
part of it.
They
ESPN
they
too.
couldn't do it. They couldn't go what they really would have liked to have done, purely because it was on ESPN two
Yep.
Exactly.
on the Deuce.
And
Yeah, they
ESPN
couldn't.
Deuce.
They couldn't get the blood that they really needed to have for that match. Plus, they also knew that there was going to, like, the main event was going to be that way. So you have to try and keep that match a bit special.
Yep, exactly. You bring up a great point. And unlike other companies, they have producers who talk to each other.
I was gonna say this ain't AEW.
Exactly.
God dang, right?
I love it. We're on the same page there.
Death Rider, Rare
Actually,
Edition.
this is a great comment because I thought this. Why would anyone bring a sword to an unsanctioned match with no intent to use it? It ruins the suspension of disbelief.
You should have just brought a toolbox.
Unsanctioned is like diplomatic immunity, right? Like you could just kill a guy. That's what it's all about. Yeah, like the point is,
wants no part in whatever happens to these people.
yeah, and it's not his fault because the point is to try and survive. Like Jacob Fatu, like you know what you're getting into, right? You know he's got a sword. You know he's allowed to kill you in this match, so you have to survive. This is like the Running Man. Like, come on, it's pretty simple stuff. So I agree with the comment. Is my point.
There we go.
It looks like we're not the only people drinking.
Right? Oh, I'm a lot deep. Nia Jax. No, the second match. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. We're already talking about this. Jacob Fatu gets the win. It was what it was. Now, okay? Hutch. I know this is a weird question because we never know what WWE is thinking with people, but what's next for Jacob Fatu?
You know what? If I'm going to be honest, since I've been drinking and I want to, don't have to be too deep
Cheers.
about it. Cheers.
That's what she said.
Probably not much.
Especially with Hutch.
So sometimes when you guys like talk at the same time, sometimes I can't hear because your mic is so echoey. So I didn't hear what he said that you agreed with. So I don't have to care.
There we go. I love this. The next match. Hold on.
Is something that is also hard to care about. Like, who gives a housing about this, right? This been what a waste of, like, I don't know, kind of weird. AJ could have done so much more. If you're going to be there only for 2 months, like, couldn't you have done like, just couldn't you have packed it in a bit, hon? Like, because she ain't going to be around.
We're not on the match yet. We're not on the match yet. Just wait. Can you wait? Can you wait?
Sure.
Did you look at your notes that you didn't take?
Yeah.
And you'll see that we're not there yet. Also, let's take a moment and acknowledge that there was reports of an ESPN reporter being removed from attending the show because he reviewed TKO WrestlePalooza poorly and the Janelle Grant. So yes, so the person, and I forget the name off the top of my head, they didn't even get media access for WrestleMania.
Really?
And this is the person who reviewed WrestlePalooza with the C.
Jeez.
Yep.
Yeah.
Having said that, we also got removed from the WWE media list. So
we did as well.
Yeah. No, they do a yearly cleanup. We just need to sign up again, and we'll get back in.
Cool.
But yeah. Next match, Nia Jax.
They're doing an Australian tour again.
Yeah, exactly. Nia Jax, Lash Legend versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Lyra Valkyria and Bayley versus Paige and Brie Bella. Let's talk about Paige for a second. You know what I love? And I laughed so hard about this. Michael Cole's like, who would have thought? No one thought Paige would be here. The next effing second, they cut to a person with a sign. Paige is back.
I actually didn't notice that, but that's very
like, dude, I died of laughter when this happened. But also, you know what? I love the internet. I love the internet. But also, it just ruins stuff at times.
I had no idea. Was this just because of Friday? Jesus Christ, I feel like everything happened on Friday.
Dude, yeah, Friday. It was reported widely. I got a text from people on Slam Wrestling that is like, hey, Paige got signed.
Well, really last minute. So I guess they were just holding back like Asuka and Kyrie and Io and Raquel and Roxanne for no reason. Yay.
If I close my eyes, you sound like Denhausen right now. Might be the booze, might be other stuff. I don't know.
You leave Hutchhausen alone.
Okay. It's because I'm nasally. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, this is the best comment ever from Brandon Finley. Brandon Finley, I chose Scott. That's your new nickname, by the way. That's there we go. But yeah. Paige is back in WWE. She gets the pin. Very emotional. Good times. Not the best match, technically.
Okay, so Paige got like a massive pop, really, right? It was great. But it took a few seconds, right? Like they had the screech of her music, that like, which used to be the Paige signature thing. Like it started with her screech.
Wait,
like,
hold on. Hutch, you had no idea this was happening? Was this a legit surprise to you?
Yeah. I had no idea Paige was going to be in this match.
Okay.
Like I just said, I was really busy all day Friday. And I said, unless it happened Friday, and you were like, yes. And I'm like, well, there you go. That's why I had no effing idea.
All right, I'm just making sure, man. Just making sure.
I really did. I have no idea, man. So I was surprised. And I noticed like the majority of the fans didn't really react right away because of the screech. But yeah, anyways, it was just like the punchline of my joke. I was just about to say it. No. But yeah, they should have started with Paige here, just on the screen in her face. And then her music hit. Everybody would have like popped right away.
How long before once Nikki's cleared to compete that they turn on Paige and make Nikki?
So that's that. Scott, you just ruined my thunder for once. I was going to ask you, what do you think is going to happen when Nikki gets cleared?
They're not going to freebird it, so they're going to turn on her.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess so. Paige, but like they're like Brie is like face, it seems, and Paige's face. It's just Nikki's the one that's not face. So is Nikki gonna turn on both of them? Like, you guys ruined my moment. And Asuka and Kyrie can be like, yeah, we are with her. Kyrie.
So
we are with Nikki.
Bree's tried to make herself more like Nikki.
Yeah. Hey, at least you got to wear her outfit. I know I would wear my whole bikini outfit and then come out on crutches, even though I was doing nothing. You know, you got to match your sister.
You want to be in a bikini doing nothing?
No. I was just saying, I noticed like she came out in like her whole outfit, even though she had her crutches, and it's just like, I don't know. This first thing I noticed, obviously, now that I'm saying it, like what else is she gonna wear?
A bedazzled crutch.
Yes, it was.
Paige already eclipsed the Bellas, so that's a plus coming from Denji 2006. As always, at Hutch Henry's. We are live every single Tuesday. And then on Thursday, we are live on KPHR Hamilton. There we go. Next match, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the women's IC title. Hutch, I'm throwing this one to you. Thoughts on this match?
I guess I already accidentally gave my thoughts early.
Yeah,
because like
know when the matches happen on the card.
I think like when I kind of like, anyways, yeah, like kind of a bit of a waste of time in some ways. Like I was saying, like I feel like they should have done more with her time. Like that's what I meant by waste of time. Like a waste of AJ's like reappearance. I could always use more Becky Lynch in my life, and now we get to have more. I'm sure she's going to start talking about how, you know, she's the greatest, and Sports Illustrated agrees, and whoever she's going to feud with next is going to be a lucky person.
How was Sports Illustrated not mentioned?
Well, she'll mention it. She'll make sure to like she'll make up for lost time, I'm sure.
Yeah, but Wade Barrett didn't mention it.
Wade Barrett was hilarious in this match. When Becky Lynch finally took off the turnbuckle, I love when Wade Barrett's like, oh, the turnbuckle just fell.
He is basically the best commentator they have. Like, period.
Yep. Yeah, so there we go.
It definitely was, in my opinion, out of the three matches they've had, that was the worst of them.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, I guess in reality now, this is going to be like this is the only face woman, like the only women that are faces in the company right now with titles will be Paige and Brie Bella, right? Everybody else is and like unless of course
Women wise,
but as of like this moment, they're the only faces.
And so far, first
happens.
two title matches of the show, title change hands.
Yeah.
More than Destiny.
All of these matches were too short. Like I feel like I want to talk about what happened, but like just I was kind of,
Okay.
I wasn't like super invested in the show for some reason, and then I would like turn around and the matches would be over. Like this is definitely
number one. Yes, Jessica Carr already is a wrestler. She fights and Evolve behind a mask. Now, here's my question to you, Hutch. What is taking them so long to just get to Becky Lynch versus Jessica Carr?
You know what? I don't. Maybe that's what's going to happen next. Jessica Carr was the ref in this match, and I thought something was going to happen. Like I really kind of was hoping it, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. Maybe it's not going to happen. What was that?
The last comment. Yeah, I'm not an Oberfemi build. I'm an Otis build.
Yeah, dude, Otis was an Otis like physical build. Yeah. Well, Otis should be built. It always looks like he's not going to pull off whatever he's about to do, from even a clothesline to a slam or whatever, and then he just kind of like rotates his body in a weird way, like a gyroscope, and everything like works out. He's just like really cool. I enjoyed him so much in the Battle Royal on Friday.
He has a perfect center of gravity.
Yeah, it's weird.
Exactly. Here's a great comment. Unfortunately, Becky is a snooze fest with this forced heel thing. I agree with this 100%. I honestly feel like Becky, you know what? There comes a point in people's career in wrestling where no matter what they do, they cannot be a heel. And I feel like Becky has already hit that. Flair hit that at some point. Other people hit that at some point. No matter what you do, no matter how forced it is, they're not a natural heel anymore.
Yeah, she kind of overdoes it sometimes, right? That's why it seems that way, like, or it is that way. But I like some of the stuff she says. She entertains me.
Oh.
I wish it wasn't over the top.
In the build-up for this match, the hysterical, crazy heel wasn't working.
No, when she was too like, when she laughs for too long, like, okay, like I don't need that. But when she's like just angry and righteous and like, just kind of like delusionally like B-word, I hate when we can't swear. Then she's great. But yeah, when she gets like crazy manic and over the top, and yeah, it's too much.
I love this. I love the people. I love our community. If you bring
Scott
back
has a
Yorkie,
job when you're
Scott
recording.
needs to be on, or I'm not logging on.
Scott has a job when you guys are recording.
Yeah, that's the problem. All the way from Australia. Let's jump to the next match. Oh, by the way, Becky Lynch wins. Gunther versus Seth Rollins, match of the night for me. Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, I definitely like the way that the match flowed. It was really, really good. Like it started slow, built high, and then we had the finish we had.
Yeah.
It was
Match
pretty
of the
much
night.
everything
Exactly.
I was expecting it to be.
Yeah. In a good way or a bad way?
Well, I think if you remember what I said, that these guys were not going to be outdone.
I don't remember what you said 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. I said that they're not going to be outdone and being put in the position where they had no real
I
build,
remember.
and they were like kind of thrown into this together. And, there's no way they were going to be like, we're such an afterthought here. And just like they're pushing around, like pushing people around for Nikki Bella, and like, or we're waiting to see if maybe Braun is ready. And these are all just speculations that people have been talking about for so long that we don't even know if it's true. WWE might have known for forever and just don't care. Like, who knows what these crazy maniacs are thinking over there? They all seem insane. But it's just, I knew that they were going to go hard and it was going to be the best match of the night. And even if Randy and Cody went hard, there's such weird, ambiguous energy towards Cody and the way they built the story. Like, there's so much criticism towards it. Whereas there's very little criticism towards this because people just like, were like, huh? Wow, that's dumb. Or like, whatever. Like, people either hated it or were like indifferent about it or like, whatever. It didn't have any fire to it because of how it was put together. but I knew this was going to be the best match and they were going to go hard. And I also knew that the only way to make everybody look strong at the end was for Braun to come back and spear Seth after Seth put on a Herculean effort and almost made Gunther lose at WrestleMania. But then, bam, spear to the face.
Oh,
So,
that
after
last
the
comment
match-
in the chat.
So Gunther ends up winning.
It's weird. Every time
Braun
you
Breaker
speak
is
up,
back.
the first thing you say, I can't hear. It like comes in as like, "Rah, yeah, yeah." And then when I'm like, right after that, you're like, next line, everything you say, I can hear and it's all clear. But every time you say something, I'm like, I have no idea what you just said. But if you say it twice, I'll hear it the second time.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Brandon
But
Finley
if he
puts
says it twice,
Swanson Reed.
it doesn't sound good on radio.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
said
guess that-
Swanson Reed. Bronson Reed is from my hometown.
Wisconsin
Oh.
Reed.
Do you know?
I
him?
had to
Do you
close
know
the
his mom?
chat. It's like completely like frying my brain in every way.
Don't just ignore it. All right. So here's so Braun Breaker's back. I love the visual, and I knew it was gonna happen when they pulled up the camera, and all you see is a huge ass ramp and Braun Breaker just running. I wish the actual spear looked better, but the thought was awesome.
Yeah, you should have speared him in the face.
Yeah. Let us continue. Women's
I did.
World-
I did message you before at the start of that match that the contacts that Seth had on his entrance, so his whole eye looked black, and I said it made him look possessed. It was awesome.
His jacket must have weighed a ton. Like you could tell. I don't know why. He's walking down the ramp. He's like, "Why did I agree to do this?" Like you could tell. Like this jacket weighed a ton.
That's why the match started so slowly.
Yeah, he's like, I'm winded, bro. I just ultimate warriored myself without even running. Like I'm done. My God. Yeah, but you know what? It looked cool. Before I focused in on the fact that it looked really heavy, I remember being like, yeah, it's a cool looking jacket, man. Seth doesn't look like a
Oh,
peacock.
the smoke.
It looks like a badass.
Women's World Championship match: Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. Liv with the performance of the evening before the match even starts. Liv Morgan gets the win. We kind of knew this was going to happen. WWE is putting all of their eggs in the Liv Morgan basket. More interesting, if you notice her Titantron, if you notice her graphics and Chirons, they're only calling her Liv now.
Maybe because they want to brand that because she's branching out. She's branching out with music. She's branching out with TV. She's extremely talented. She can go like, man, if I had to put my money down on who had the most talent and ability, she's way better than Cody or Roman or any of these guys that are stiff. She's not stiff. She makes everybody else stiff though.
She did say
I love the way the match started. Like when it honestly looked like they were just trying to kick each other's butts. Like I love that. I love the intensity. It looked legit. It looked real. I really did like the start of this match, and I thought that throughout the match, like it's so funny because like I saw a lot of internet chatter where a lot of people were like, "Do they not like each other?" It's like, no, this is the point of wrestling.
They're both so good, and they have great chemistry. Vaquer is like, I don't think anybody really knows how good she is. Like that's why they even with the huge language barrier, and they came in NXT. Straight to the main roster, straight to the world title, immediate confidence when Naomi had to go, like immediate confidence in this person. And that has been on the roster for what, 6 months, 8 months. Like, all right, we've had a thing with Naomi. We've got an issue here. Vaquer, bam, title on you. Bam, you're going to Saudi. You're going to win the green one too. Okay. Bam, you're good. Like they knew what they had with her. And Liv Morgan is also on that level. She had to build, she had to work from day one at NXT, but they saw the potential and it blossomed and she's amazing. And these two people together, I like the beginning where there's like, there could not have been two different paths, like more divergent paths for these two people. That's been the storyline they're saying. But in reality, it's also true in real life, just a completely different story. Liv Morgan is the one who actually toiled and probably was like, objectified and told you can't do it, and like had to like really prove herself, and injuries, and now she's at the top. And Vakur is the one who, when WWE sniffed her, immediately brought her on board. So the story they were telling about Liv having a cushy life and being brought right in, and I had the WWE and it was all easy for me, and you had to work so hard. In reality, it's kind of different. So like the story being there is something they can actually work on in a lot of ways. But
Here's the thing that I found the craziest about this match is how long the match actually was. It was only a 9-minute match. Like, goes back to what both Scott and you were saying, Hutch, where every match just felt so short. And the craziest part is, like, between matches, we were getting 8 Netflix commercials on the international feed. And then on top of that, you would get the WWE commercials. Like, there was at least 15 minutes between matches.
I don't understand why they need to have so many commercials for themselves. Like, I'm watching WrestleMania. I'm not even in the first half hour of WrestleMania. Like, I am deep into WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes is coming up 2 matches from now. Okay. And as part of these 8 Netflix commercials is low voiceover. Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania Las Vegas, taking on Randy Orton. And I'm like, no ish, dude. Like, I am.
You know what that reminds me of
right now?
Hutch,
Like,
you know what this reminds me of? Remember ECW on TNN? And they had 2 commercials a week on TNN. And TNN would on purposely air it during ECW on TNN.
Yeah, I would too. That's the time period, man. And
You guys are lucky. I kept getting getting Hogan. The whole thing about that.
Oh, his
that
documentary.
Yes.
No,
So
every commercial break was that. Every single commercial break was him saying, every promoter told me I need to go to New York. What promoter's going to tell you need to leave my promotion and go to New York?
well, he knows where all the bodies are buried, brother, or whatever. Yeah, like, so I actually.
Hey, also, you know, Metallica wanted him. What else did he say? He invented Royal or SummerSlam 92.
I have the Hogan book up there, it's just right above me over here. And it is like
SummerSlam 91, where he said he was with Michael Jackson doing meet and greets for Make-A-Wish.
Yep.
With Hart, when Hart wrestled Davey.
Yep, that's the one.
well, this book is like everything in it's like bullshit. It's like completely crazy. But like I heard online that there was a lot of areas that got a lot more of the Hogan commercials than we did. Funny enough that you mentioned it. And like, if you take a look at these commercials, let's just say we went to the Australian market and looked at just the Hogan commercials. You had more Hulk Hogan than you had women wrestling on this card for sure. Time wise, more of this Hogan commercial aired than you had.
That's crazy.
You know,
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
Bianca Belair. She's pregnant. Let's move on. Cody Rhodes versus Randy. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that, hey, it happened. It was a thing. Scott, you got something.
You missed Cena announcing the attendance where they said 50,816.5.
That's including the workers.
No, but you were saying that the ticket sales said it was 50,300, but the distributed was 51,000. So they actually did a reasonably true accounting.
Because
normally it's
you know
usually
what it is. Let's be honest. They know WrestleTix exists, so
I can't bullshit anymore. So then what's the point? I've done pretty good. There's been a lot of issues in housing.
I'm the only one who hasn't said anything yet.
Yet we have another match to go, and that is for the WWE Championship match: Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. I don't know, man.
You know what? I know.
I don't know
I just
what the plan is.
I should start just using British. Like they're not going to flag this stuff that, like British or Australian people say. Like I can call it like a dingbat or a bell end.
I love Bellend. That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah,
we can just call
to my girl
daft
the other day.
cunts. Doesn't even matter. I'm gonna edit that one out.
Yeah, I was gonna say daft cunt. No, you say vacant. Oh wait, no, that's still the C word.
Or a DC, a good old DC.
I had to explain what a bell end was to my girl the other day. Like when she said something, we were watching like some British thing, and I said something about Bell End, and she's like,
Was it
well,
the
yeah,
in-betweeners?
yeah, and then I was like, no, it's like it's the end, and she's like, huh? And I'm like, it's shaped like a bell, so like when you're calling someone a bell end, you're calling them a freaking the way that just here in America we just say, hey, dickhead, and she looked, oh my god, and just like blew her mind. You know that meme of the guy going. That's what happened.
Yeah. Sorry. I hear a lot of weird noises coming from places that shouldn't be coming noise. But Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. I am shocked at this match. I wasn't sure. What? Like, what?
Well, definitely like longest match of the night. I kind of like that they just got rid of McAfee at the beginning. It's like they're kind of listening.
I like that. I like that a lot
like,
for many reasons.
Get out of here. I also kind of like that he attacked him. Jelly Roll's involvement at the beginning to get that over with. Jelly Roll's like so into it, eh? Like he just like
leave him alone.
Loves doing this, and he loves like being like doing his lines. Be like, hey, Cody, blah blah blah, whatever. Like, what's wrong with you, Randy? Did you beat those demons? Like, he's so into it. You got like, even though it's like bad, you gotta love it.
Why was no one put through the Spanish announce table all night? Everyone went through the English. I thought
when Seth Rollins cleared it, I'm like, oh, here we go. It's a Spanish announce table. Also, these new tables refuse to break.
It was like to run on it. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of better. I'd rather them not break than like break beforehand. Like I know both of them suck. But breaking beforehand sucks more. It's like you've ever like walked down a set of stairs and forgotten misjudged the last stair and you're like, right? That's a lot worse than just hitting it and not breaking.
Like Triple H and Kurt Angle.
Dude, that was a bad one, right?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And like
you know what's weird? So I thought the same was gonna happen with Drew McIntyre. Like if you look at the table, it was like bending hard before Jacob jumped on him. Man, dude, let's talk about the main event.
Like it's like, okay, we've already talked about bell ends. Like you can get whacked in the balls and it can hurt, but like sometimes like a good flick in the right spot, like bang, it's like that goes right up, like right, and you're like the nerve pain, and you're like, oh, and it kind of lasts.
That's what I'm feeling right now.
Here, that just gets referred to as a sack tap.
Sack tap. Wait on. That's what I do to my girl right after I hit her with the bell end. Like whack, whack. And she's like, what did you do that for? And I go, whack, bell end, whack. She's like, ow, hey. Then dip, dip. She's like, sack tap, no. And then whack, bell end. And sack tack, whack, bell end.
Half-inch difference?
Yeah, no, it really depends, actually. I'm a grower and a
show.
Oh,
really my God.
Mood I'm in.
You guys got
Good luck with this one, Boris.
Right? Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton.
I mean, in some ways, trash. I don't know. I kind of like that Orton was like selling his back because there was rumors that he was injured and dealing with an injury. So they kind of, it's like, I feel like WWE just leaned into everything tonight. So they're like, all right, you know what? There's already rumors that your back is hurt and that you might not get the title because of that. So lean into the back injury. Cody keeping the title because Triple H can't let Randy take it. Mostly because everybody thought Randy was going to win. You know, Triple H loves to be like, you guys don't know what's going on. Like everybody thought Randy was going to win. So, you know, and now you can make Cody more of a heel, I guess. I can see it. I can kind of see, like, if I just picture his hair more guilish.
Guile?
Yeah, like if he just,
Dude,
if he
that
wrote,
movie
he should have won it.
So ridiculous. I love it.
If he doesn't need it to be as big as Guile, but you know how his hair is, right? Let's just say he grew it like another like inch, maybe. Like when people let their beard grow a little too much, and then you realize they look a little weird, and then you're back to normal. He needs to grow it just a little bit more, but he can't let it fro out. It still needs to be, and not quite kid and playish, but just a little more, like a little more obnoxious, just a little more, just a little too much.
All righty. Cody Rhodes wins. Scott, thoughts on that?
Being the only match where the title didn't change hands, I thought they probably could have. It probably would have set Backlash up a little bit better, but I don't know. Like the match didn't quite have that. This is the main event feel to it.
Yeah.
Well, you mean this definitely the worst night one since they've started doing the 2 nights. How long has it been? 5 years at least, right? How long, Boris?
6 years. This is
6
6 years.
All right. So, and I also cannot wait for night 2, Justin. I think night 2 is going to be a lot better.
Wait for night 2.
Oh, I can wait for night 2. Oh, I see. Well,
meaning it's not good. Meaning
The crowd were booing
he's had
Cody
it.
when they were doing the yay boo spot.
yeah, that was actually the best part of the match.
Cheering Orton and booing Cody.
The most fan involvement, really. Like, there was a point there where I thought, wow, I guess the fans really are into it. And then I realized, oh, this is just a big, huge yay boo spot.
Danji says Cody should have turned heel from the start and outdid Orton before he could turn on Cody. The crowd is against him. Dude, the crowd's been against Cody since the Cena build back in SummerSlam.
Well, like I said, if he grows his hair out just a little bit, turns heel, this should be good. He can team up with Sammy. You know, they've already had their stuff backstage all the time. Imagine they became like part of like this like bad guy, altruistic. We've earned our spots, bad guys, you know, like just like righteous dicks.
The last 3 years of build up for WrestleMania for Cody Rhodes, it's almost like the Vegeta spot in Dragon Ball Abridged.
Yes. I like that. All right. Yeah. Cody's still champ. That was night 1, gents. Before we go, let's jump to the Facebook group, facebook.com. We want you part of the conversation. Go to A Plus Productions. We have chats all the time. This is what people are saying. And says, nothing was horrendous, but man, there was so much meh. Gunther Seth was match of the night, but even that felt rushed. That main event was excruciating to watch, though. It was over half an hour between the end of the Liv Vakir match and the main event. That's just ridiculous. And all the ads, it felt like it was worse than before. Not sure it was, but it felt like it.
Part of the reason they had to have so long between the end of the Liv and Steph match and the start of the next one, you got to give people a chance to be able to get out, stretch their leg, like go to the concessions or whatever, come back for that because they need the full crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hutch, thoughts?
And, you know, it's just, unfortunately, it's going to be a lack of passion, a lack of interest. I had trouble like staying focused on it. Match lengths, women's booking, even like production. Like there's just a lot of stuff that seemed to be lacking. I didn't really mind that it was bright and it was outside for a lot of it. Like it was one of the few things that gave me that WrestleMania feel. So, like, WrestleMania feel is no longer the bigger inside stadium. It really, for me, it's starting to become that, oh, look, man, they're like outside and there's no roof and like, oh, look what's going on here. It's WrestleMania, you know? So that's kind of what these bigger SummerSlam WrestleMania events are to me now when I get that feeling. And like, there's a little more echo to everything. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, it's like watching those big egg shows back in the day for Joshi, or like when they're at the Tokyo Dome once a year and stuff like that. Like it had that different feel to it. So that's the only thing I'm going to take away with it, was that, you know, it had that WrestleMania production. So it kind of felt like WrestleMania, but that's about it. WrestleMania night 2 is going to be, I think, WrestleMania. It's going to start off better with Oba. Hopefully it'll end better. I don't know if less matches means longer
tomorrow
matches.
Night, let's just get this out of the way. Tomorrow night, ESPN, the regular ESPN channel, they're getting Oba versus Brock to kick things off, and then the IC title men's match, the ladder match. That's right there alone. Right there alone.
It's going to be great.
All right.
You know, Brandon, I have the Hogan book because I have like pretty much every book. And if I don't have it, I have like PDFs of them. And I sell them at wrestling shows as well. So I get doubles and triples. You know, my girl goes to Value Village all the time, so I grab them all. But I decided to like keep one of every book because I come across the book so often. So I do a lot of antiquing and driving around to keep my family happy. And I'm obviously happy with it too.
Finley, this one's for you. Because on the Facebook group, Carts McCartney said, Cody wins, I turn off. Let me know when he's gone.
Oh,
he's gone.
Well, yeah, he won as well. So you'll be turning off a lot more. I thought we might get a Cody break for a bit. Like if he lost, I thought he might go away for a little while because you don't want to just have him like feud with Randy right away. You want to give Randy a few people. But yeah, this is definitely not how I thought it was going to go when when I realized Randy was going to be facing Cody. I don't know.
All right. Sal Greco says Seth versus Gunther was a good wrestling match. Blaine, everyone loves Blaine. It wasn't a bad show in terms of spectacle, but I gotta go thumbs down because it did not live up to WrestleMania standards. I felt like they raced to the finish for every match without letting moments breathe or building any kind of suspense or anticipation. Even the Page reveal, as little sense as a tag team made, just came and went, but they never really set it up like a surprise.
Well, the first two matches, they're really sort of restricted for time because it's on ESPN. So they've got to have those two matches done by the hour.
But was that Fatu match done like by the top of the hour?
Yes.
It was.
Yeah.
It was 1 hour.
Timed perfectly. It was timed perfectly.
It's too bad. See, AEW would have had to go overrun, right? That's what they always do.
I knew you were going to say. Jay Lambier said.
End of the match.
Jay Lambier said, "Damn, I feel sorry for those who paid thousands of dollars to see an extended episode of Raw/SmackDown. This didn't feel like WrestleMania at all, and the flooding of ads definitely made it feel like it was just one of the weekly shows. Paige basically gave life to an otherwise forgettable match for the tag titles. It's just too bad the Bellas were still there. Gunther Rollins automatically had match of the night, and their feud was thrown together at the last minute. Liv versus Steph was a blink and you'll miss it match. All that build-up and animosity with Raquel led to absolutely nothing. Congrats to Bianca, and glad to know that Montez Ford is still alive, because someone should have been putting up missing posters for the Street Profits by now. Someone definitely needs to find a manual for Ari and shut the Sylvester McAfee bullshit down to the center of the earth, because nobody sees this but him, and he's a dingbat. McAfee and Jelly Roll ruined a feud that would have been good with 20 years of history between Orton and Rhodes. It felt like another one of those dumb hijack deals we've already seen with The Rock. And why is everyone back there so fascinated with disrupting anything Cody Rhodes seemed to be involved with at WrestleMania? Anyhow, the match was lackluster. The Cody heel stuff was all right, but I don't think they're going to pull that trigger and take advantage of the negativity he's getting from the crowd. Thumbs down for night one.
As big of the names that we had in this show, it almost feels like all the star powers tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes, but like all the stars are not on the show tomorrow. Like ISO Speed was tonight, Jelly Roll was tonight, McAfee was tonight.
Well,
like
if you talk about stars from a pop culture point of view, yes.
Yeah, that's why I did the quotation for all you podcast
I didn't
listeners.
see. I'm looking at the comments. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I did the quote. I was like the stars. But yeah, so like we're gonna get a reprieve tomorrow, man. Like maybe they kind of made night one shitty.
Hey,
Ishy, so they can like make night two pure. It's pure.
Shane McDonald says, solid show up to the ending. I've always liked Mania to be a definitive season ender, not something I have to watch next week to see what happens. Justin says, Hutch went shirtless and went nuts. It was a bad show, plain and simple. The ending made no sense to me. Also, Liv and Stephanie could have gone longer and been much more impactful.
It could have. That was a match that I really thought was going to be one of the ones where we got like stuff.
Well,
we got what we wanted out of it. But you know,
all
Liv's had a
joking
rough
aside-
go, man. Liv's had a rough go.
All joking aside, we've been saying that match could have main evented tonight.
I think that match had to be short because I don't think Liv had been fully cleared from the concussion protocols.
That's what I was saying there. She's had a rough go lately, man. So, but it's really too bad.
I mean,
but even Vaquera's had a rough go.
She's still got a pretty decent goose egg on her head.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
And her eyes look nasty.
The performance, everything. And like,
right. Gentlemen,
Stephanie must feel
Hutch.
so bad.
Hutch, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
Dude, I got to give it kind of a thumbs down. And, you know, I'm usually trying to be as positive as possible because that doesn't get views. And you know how much I hate myself. But yeah, not as much as I hated WrestleMania.
We should talk about that later. Scott, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. I know what you said, but you got to say it to the radio people on KPHR Hamilton.
Shout out to KPHR Hamilton. No, it's a thumb in the middle for me. It didn't pop me, but it didn't make me turn off in disgust. It was just, yeah.
Yep, I hear you. I'm gonna go thumbs down, unfortunately. And you know, I'm almost Joe Aguinaldo levels of positivity when it comes to wrestling, but this show just didn't do it for me. I felt like everything was rushed. I felt like the matches we got. Okay, anyone, please time how many ads were there versus in-ring time.
I was getting nearly 4-minute ad breaks, and over 3 minutes of it was that stupid Hogan documentary.
Yeah. Like I said, more Hogan. There was more Hogan than women.
Yep.
Hogan still has the bigger breasts.
Just to put it in perspective, why? Like I like to be, I like to be fairly positive about things. But the ISHO speed match, I was hoping it to be more entertaining. It wasn't. Liv and Steph, I really wanted more out of that. Like freaking Drew and Fatu should have been great, but it seemed like almost like fake, and they were giving it to us because they had to give us something for them. It was this, and it was too early, and the stipulation, like they should have just had a regular wrestling match, and where like they couldn't use weapons. Like the idea of him using a weapon and a ref stopping, I'm going to disqualify you. Like that would like the frustration of Fatu and like having to like bite his face and like things. I don't know. Like would have been more exciting, really. Like curtail their ability and make them fight against that instead of letting them just go nuts, right? Because they're going to go nuts later. And Fatu, already an animal, like putting the animal in a cage and making him fight is like more exciting. So I think they should have done something like that. But what I was going to say is, to put it in perspective, too many ads. Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole, which was in itself an ungodly long match, which is why people kind of hate WrestleMania 27, amongst other things like Del Rio and Swagger and like all many
Bret
things
Hart.
that happened on that match. And Miz.
That match is up there with Bret versus Vince.
Dude, that match was longer than any match on this card, even the main event. And we're talking bell to bell, not entrances. The actual bell to bell of Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler from WrestleMania 27 was longer than any match on
How long
this
was that
card.
match? The main event was 22 minutes, 23 minutes.
28 minutes and change.
You're right.
For Cole and Lawler. So thumbs down, WWE. I could use less Hogan commercials. Just because he's dead doesn't mean he's suddenly an effing angel.
There we go. That's what I say about all that stuff. All right, there we go. You have been listening to WrestleMania's Night 1 review here on A Plus Wrestling on KPHR Hamilton and on the tubes of the YouTube at Hutch Henry's. It has been quite the night. Hutch, where can we find all of your brilliant, wonderful work?
At Shirtless Hutch Henry's on all your social media.
Stop that.
What? I'm changing them tonight.
No, not you. It's Scott. I don't know if you saw what Scott was doing.
Oh, no, I wasn't.
Oh, love you guys.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Dude, is that chest
thank
hair
you so
Anna
much for...
Chain? Dude, my respect level has just jumped up for you. Do you have like an IROC in the driveway?
Not
Anybody
quite.
that rocks an IROC immediately becomes my Geno City hero. I will start sending you tearaways for Christmas every year till I die. It's going to be our thing.
You know how hard they are to get over here?
With tearaways or IROCs?
IROCs.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I'm sure you can find some tearaways, bro. But yes,
No, they only made them left hand, which means you've got to spend $40,000 converting it.
Yeah, they're hard to find here too, though. Nowadays, man, it's too bad. But anybody who rocks an IROC's automatically my friend, even if they have a gun or like very little teeth or whatever their aesthetic is. It's kind of an automatic thing.
WrestleMania Night 1 is complete. If you're listening on KPHR, well, we're going to keep going. But on the tubes of you at Hutch Henry's, we're going to be joining you again tomorrow night, right after Night 2. Probably, I'm assuming, around the same time-ish, so 11-ish p.m. Eastern. Scott, happy anniversary to you and your lovely wife. On behalf of the entire A Plus crew and then some, thank you so much for listening. But most importantly, stay Tranquilo.